you're a small business owner thinking about advertising on Instagram, or maybe you already are, it can be intimidating to run ads if you're not sure what to expect and you don't know how those advertising costs are calculated. I'll go over all that today, but first let's look at a real client that our agency helped. We were able to reach 450,000 people with our ads. From that, we got 280 purchases with a conversion value of $10,000. If you'd like to learn more about Instagram ads so that you can achieve results like this, keep watching. Welcome back. You look great today, by the way. I'm working with LYFE Marketing, the digital marketing agency that helps small businesses grow. And today, I'm going to talk about Instagram advertising, specifically who or what decides how much those ads will cost you, and how to lower your advertising costs over time. But first, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more digital marketing videos like this one. Instagram has become one of the most popular platforms, so it's no surprise that over 50% of small businesses are using it to market their business. With over 920 million users, Instagram ads can be a great way to promote your business, find new customers, and help you reach your marketing goals. So, how much does it really cost to advertise on Instagram? When clients ask me this question, they want to know a number, just a dollar amount that they can spend and how many conversions they'll get. I'll show you to calculate that later, but the truth is there really isn't a right number to spend because each business is different and pricing changes depending on a few factors. The cost to advertise on Instagram can be measured with 3 different metrics. First is your CPC, or your cost per click. This measures how much it costs to generate a click through your Instagram ad. Your CPM is your cost per 1,000 impressions. Basically, how much does it cost for you to deliver your ad 1,000 times? And your CPA, which is your cost per action. In this case, this refers to how much it costs for any specific action that you're measuring. This could be messages or emails or conversions. On average, the cost per 1,000 impressions for Instagram is about $5.14. The cost per clicks averages between 20 cents and $2, and the average cost per action hovers around $4. It's important to remember that these numbers are just averages from data collected over time, and they can fluctuate. I know fluctuations are scary, but don't worry, we'll go over that next. So, what decides how much it costs to advertise on Instagram? Now that you have an idea of the average cost to advertise across the board for people, let's look at understanding how those prices are set. Who or what dictates how much these prices are? Is it a wizard in a tower somewhere or an intern stuck in a cubicle? No. Like everything in the world of the internet, it's decided by an algorithm. The algorithm, and therefore the advertising prices, are always changing, but it doesn't mean that we're stuck in the dark without a flashlight. There are 5 important factors that the Instagram algorithm takes into account when it decides how much your ads will cost. The first is your ad relevance score. Instagram makes money off of advertising, so they want your ads to be as effective as possible. Luckily, this also helps you because they'll tell you when your ads need some help. Instagram calls the overall quality of your ads and their relevance to your audience your relevance score. Your relevance score is shown to you in your account, and it's measured on a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest. For my clients, I'm happy with anything that's over a 7. If a lot of users click, share, or like your advertisement, your score will increase. But if enough people hide the ad or even report it, your relevance score will go down. The higher your relevance score is, the less that you will pay. This is because you're getting more clicks and engagement on your ad, and your viewers are showing interest. So Instagram doesn't have to work as hard to find someone who's interested. If Instagram's users are happy, then Instagram is happy. And when Instagram's happy, you pay less money. I recommend checking your relevance score regularly when you do general ad health audits so that you can make changes to your ads and targeting and get that relevance score as high as possible. Number 2 is your estimated action rate. The relevance score that we just talked about and your estimated action rate work hand in hand to affect the cost of your advertisements. Your estimated action rate is the engagement that Instagram thinks your ads will get from your target audience. So how is the Instagram action rate calculated? Instagram uses data from similar businesses in your industry to give you an idea of how your ads are doing compared to theirs. Instagram will compare your target audience, engagement across your industry, and your actual ad creative to ads that use similar targeting or are in the same industry. This helps Instagram establish a standard to compare your ad to. If your ad underperforms in its estimates, you'll receive a lower relevance score. And if your ads do well, your relevance score will increase. Remember that you want to keep this score above a 7. Your estimated action rate will influence how much your Instagram ad costs. If people like your ad content, your ads will cost less. So make sure that you're providing valuable content that makes sense for your target audience. You want to make sure that your ads are going to the right place, they're not tricking your audience with a different landing page, and make them entertaining. Number 3 is your bid amount. Before you launch ads, you want to decide the maximum amount that you're willing to pay for every user that clicks on or views your ad. If you're new to ads, I would start with the averages that I mentioned earlier. Your bid amount can tell you more than how much a click will cost you. You can also use your bid amount to estimate the number of actions that you'll get, which is super helpful in planning your marketing strategy. Let me show you how to figure that out. If you have a spending budget of $300 and we're going off of the $2 per click bid that I talked about earlier, you can generate up to 150 clicks on your advertisement. 300 divided by 2. You may decide to increase your budget if you want 200 clicks in that previous example. As you can see, bid amounts impact the amount of money you will spend to advertise on Instagram. It's really one of the most important factors, so I recommend checking back in often. Number 4 is competition. Outside of budget and ad, competition can also impact how much money you'll need to spend on your ads. If there are a lot of similar businesses in your industry, you're all likely bidding on similar audiences. Since Instagram ads work on an auction-based system, your average cost to advertise will more than likely increase. That's because there are a lot of businesses vying for attention and there are only so many spots to show ads. The same concept applies to more general audiences too. Let's look at an example. Many businesses, whether they're your direct competitor or not, tend to target people in their birthday month so that they can offer birthday coupons or discounts on their ads. That means that your customer who has a birthday is also getting ads from lots of other people. Keep in mind that some industries are also more expensive than others, so if you're trying to battle it out with your competition for the same target audience, I would be prepared to pay a little higher than the industry average. And number 5 is the time of year. Lastly, the time of year can impact the cost of your ads. Almost across the board, advertisers can expect their ads to cost more during popular advertising times, like around Black Friday or the holiday season. Other major holidays will see an uptick in advertising prices as well. And why is this? That's because of that good old auction system that we talked about before. The number of businesses trying to advertise to your same target demographic is much higher than average during these times. If you think about it, more people are looking to buy, so more businesses are looking to sell, and they're going where their customers are, which is Instagram. Remember, even though the pricing of Instagram ads may vary, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't invest or that it will be so volatile that you have no idea what's coming up next. You don't have to choose between advertising on Instagram and your small business budget. You can save money and maximize your results. Stay with me and we'll look at how you can lower the cost of your ads. So you've run your first campaign, but you'd like to see those costs go down. How do you do that? You don't have to spend like a global conglomerate to find customers. Social media advertising doesn't have to be super expensive. There are many ways that you can lower your cost of Instagram ads and make the most of your budget. I'll go over all those in just a second, but first, give this video a thumbs up if you're enjoying it so far. Are you subscribed to our YouTube channel? You don't want to miss my upcoming video on Facebook ad analytics. But back to the topic at hand. Let's talk about what you can do to lower the cost of your ads. The first thing that you can do is incorporate call to action in your ads. Do you remember how we talked about that relevance score earlier? That's calculated based on the actions taken by the viewer. If you want clicks, likes, shares, or comments to increase that relevance score, you have to ask for them. How do you ask for them, you might be thinking? You use a call to action, or a CTA in marketing speak. Using a CTA in your ads can help increase your relevance score and it will increase your engagement. Let's talk through a real-life example. We had a client come to us with a problem. They wanted to increase sales, but they weren't having luck with the ads that they were currently running. We decided to add a CTA to increase engagement and that relevance score. We created highly visual landing pages designed and written specifically for sales. We included clear CTAs in their ads to drive clicks to the landing pages. Using our strategy of interest-based targeting, retargeting, and custom audiences combined with our new landing pages and our CTAs, we were able to generate over 2,300 leads and 4 million impressions for this client. And as an added bonus, our clients increased their followers by 561%. Before you go spend wild to try to match those results though, make sure that you clearly define the value of your product and service and that you offer a call to action. This clearly communicates the value of your product or service to your audience and it gives them a reason to click. If you follow these best practices, your audience will know exactly where they're going to go and what to expect after they click on your ad, and that only helps your relevance score and your sales. Number 2 is to test your ads. One of the best ways to know that something is working or not is through trial and error. And yes, I do know that it's hard to hear when you're spending your own hard-earned money on ads. But your trial and error here doesn't need to look like thousands and thousands of dollars lost in ad spend. At LYFE, we recommend using A/B testing for your ads. A/B testing is an experiment that marketers conduct to compare 2 different variables, an A and a B. The test is to see how the audience will react or not to each variable. In the end, we compare both tests to see which one performed better. For example, if you're trying to decide between using images or videos for your social media marketing campaign, consider running an A/B test to see which piece of content gets the most customers. The key with A/B testing is to not throw too many variables at once. You want to make sure that you keep everything else the same so that the only difference is the 2 things that you're testing. In this example, that would be the video and the image. When you look at the results, you'll be able to understand what your audience wants to see more of and what grabs their attention. This makes it simple to understand the results of your experiment and make better content next time. A/B testing will save you money in the long run because then you can efficiently run ads that are maximizing the best parts of your content that your audience wants to see. If you want me to go over A/B testing in more detail, leave me a comment and let me know. Number 3 is refine your audience. When you found the right audience for your ads, you'll notice a lower cost per result and an increase in results. You probably won't start out with the right audience from the get-go, and that's okay. You can get really close with smart targeting and a little bit of research, but you should be monitoring your audience and refining that over time as you're running your ads. Adjust targeting demographics like age, gender, interests, location, behaviors, and more if you want to make changes to your audience. The more specific that you can be, the better, and that usually means a smaller audience. And you might think, no, Morgan, you have to show your ad to all the people to get a sale. It's just not the case though. You want to put your ad in front of people who are most likely to buy from you. That means that they're already interested in what you're offering. They just don't know about you yet, or they've forgotten that they love you. I recommend keeping most audiences smaller than 1 million people for small businesses. This is better than advertising to a huge number of random people who won't necessarily be a good fit for the ad. You may find sales, but they'll cost you a lot if you do it that way. If you put your ad in front of a large audience that's not likely to be serious about buying from your business, then all of that money and time that you spent on Instagram goes down the drain. Your relevant score will drop, your spend will increase, and you won't get those results that you're looking for. And generally, it will just be very sad. So don't let that happen, please. I don't want you to be sad. The more specific you make your audience, the less competition you'll have. This means your bid will be less expensive and your ads will show more often. When you refine your audience, your ad content will do better because your audience will consist of people with similar traits to your customers. This means they will be more likely to engage with your content, generating a lower cost per click. If you're not sure where to start and would like some help, consider working with a digital marketing agency like LYFE Marketing. But let's move on to number 4. Placement matters. The placement of ads is extremely important, especially on social media. When it comes to Instagram ads, it's important to think about where you want your audience to see your ad on the platform. There are a number of places that your ad can show on Instagram. You could be in feed, in stories, you can do video, image, or carousel ads. There's also IGTV and Reels, though you don't have to pay to create these. Remember, some places on Instagram are better to advertise than others. According to a recent study, Instagram Stories ads generated 35% of impressions and 29% of total Instagram advertising spend for brands. Some in feed or other placements won't work well for certain advertisers. This is just something that you'll want to monitor and adjust over time. If you want to see more money-making results, and who doesn't, take time to plan out where your ads will show and be sure to check back often to make adjustments as needed. Number 5 is set clear and defined goals. Setting well-established goals is a great skill to practice in all parts of running a business and life. But with Instagram ads, it's particularly relevant. Setting goals for your Instagram ads can help you stay focused on what it is you're trying to achieve for your business. It will help you create better ads than if you were going into it with no strategy at all. Set aside time to hit the drawing board and figure out exactly what you want to accomplish with your ads. Are you looking to obtain more leads? Do you want higher conversions? Would you like to raise your brand awareness, or something else entirely? If you don't think about it beforehand, you may create a gorgeous, perfectly targeted ad that gets a ton of clicks, but when you wanted email signups, that may not be a good result for you. Doing this before you take any time to create ads will ensure that you have a cohesive campaign which will save you money because it will make sense to your audience and they'll want to buy. Maximize your results by taking a clear and focused approach to creation and launch. And remember that you'll need to make adjustments over time. It's a learning process that's totally normal. Even the very best strategies and ads need to be adjusted to improve performance. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment down below if you found this information helpful or if you have any questions. Don't forget to subscribe and ding that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of our weekly digital marketing content. I'll see you in the comments section and on an upcoming video. Happy marketing!